In this video, we are going to take a quick look at some of the activities that you guys have to do on your remote planning day. What we're going to be doing in this one is you're going to be just practicing a little straight lined clicking, but the goal here is to create closed shapes. Creating a closed shape is going to allow us, when screen printing, to create nice fills and gradients and create shapes that are based out of spot colors and Pantones. So remember, we did these last year, but to get going, you're just going to come over here, grab your eyedropper, and click on the red line. By clicking on the red line, you have gone ahead and taken the attributes from that line and applied them to your appearance. After that is done, you come up, get your pen tool, and you're able to start creating these shapes. I'm going to just do this triangle because it's fast, but I do expect you to do all of them. You're simply going to click around the document. Once you've completed all of them, I highly suggest coming back with the Control Y mode and taking a look at it. You're able to come in here and take your direct select tool and say there was a mistake like that. You could come in and move that back into place to create a good shape. This is how I'll take a look at them when I give them a grade. Get back out of Control Y, and we can now see everything. After you've completed this one, you do need to move on to the more challenging ones, which is going to be the curve and the maze. If we open up the curved one here, you're going to see that we're going to start creating some waves. The key to creating a good graphic is to have nice smooth pulls. So this activity is particularly valuable to you in understanding how the pen tool is going to work, and this will allow me to see where you're at. Right, so we do have these little tutorial prints that are in the back of them. I highly suggest zooming in and getting close to your work. Control minus or Control plus will zoom in and zoom out. If I click here, right, the idea is that I have an anchor point on the red dots. Right, so I'm going to click and pull. I've created a directional handle. That directional handle that I just created is the tension for the first half of the arc. If I find the halfway point, I click and I pull, and I try to line the rubber band up with the next pull. You can see that I've created a nice piece there. I am drawing with the fill line because I forgot to set my line, so let's get rid of that real fast. And as I come over here to the last point, I can click and pull in the direction of travel. The reason that I'm pulling this way is that if this arc were to continue, that is the direction in which the handle would need to go, or the line would go. So that's why my handle goes that way. To quickly disconnect from the line, I can hold the Control key and click the screen once. I've now created that line. Let's go ahead and set the attributes real fast for this line by getting our eyedropper and clicking on that line. Let's do one more down here that doesn't have a cheater with it. Remember, click, pull, set your path, find about halfway, click and pull, try to get the rubber band close. It's going in the direction of travel. If this arc were to continue, that's why I pulled that way. Also, this handle here is setting up the tension for the backside of this line. If I come in here and I go click and pull, I'll eventually get it. It's close, but not perfect. So at this point, what I can do is get my direct select tool, come back in and start to modify this line. Control Y will get me into wireframe, so I can click these handles and start to shorten them up a little bit. And you can see that by just a little bit of tweaking, I'm able to come in here and modify these pieces and get them close. On to some more challenging pieces. Right? If we come in here, we need to make these birds. The birds are not as bad as they look. Just follow the directions. Click, pull. That creates the tension for the first half of the arc. Go to the middle, click and pull again. You're going to pull down because that's where the arc would continue if you were to continue drawing a line. But this time, we want to hold the Alt key. What that's going to do is take it from a smooth point and turn it into a corner point. Corner points are going to have sharp corners in them. And now I can come over here to the end, click and pull, and I have created myself a bird. Hold Control to deselect. Let's try one of these ones that are on the side. Click and pull. I set up the handle. I can come back in here, click and pull. Once I get my arc set, I hold the Alt key. That freezes the point, and then I can pull and put my handle in the other direction. Click and pull, and now I have created my bird. The alternative option to this is click and pull, If you don't like to hold the Alt key because it's too many keys at once this has been done, I've let go of all my clicks. I can come back and click on the point once. That will deactivate the point, or I can click and then pull. Oops. You can see I've got a handle. There we go. And I have messed this one up for you on a demo. Let's try that again. Click, pull. Once you've set it, you can let go. Then you hold the Alt key, and then you can take that handle and bring it back up, go to the end and pull, and make your adjustments from there. Let's get on to the more tricky portion, which are going to be the hearts and the clubs, right? Hearts need to start with a corner point, not a smooth point. So the trick to this, before I drag, so I'm going to click, before I drag anywhere, I'm now going to hold the Alt key. This has just become a corner point, and I can pull out just one handle. And then I can come down to the bottom, I can click and pull, get it close, hold the Alt key and pull it up to the other side. And then go back home and click and pull. If you forget to hold the Alt key in the beginning, here's what's going to happen. Click and pull, go down to the bottom, click and pull, hold the Alt key, get it set up correctly, then going back home, if I start to click and pull, oh no, I've created this funky little thing here, right? Well, it's not over. What you can really do is come back with the Alt key and get that handle that's not in the right direction. That's going to take it and break it into a corner point for you. Then same thing with these shamrocks down here. I'm going to click, hold the Alt key, pull a point out, go around one piece, get it close, hold the Alt key, going around, pull it out, hold the Alt key, and I can start to work my way around these little pieces here. And you're done. And then the very last file that you guys have to do is called the maze, right? The maze should be one continuous line from start to finish. Straight line clicking, holding shift to create these angles, right? And working your way all the way around. And then when you get to here, I'm just going to pick up right about here. I'll kind of show you what's going to happen, right? So this is, I didn't set my path. But my next line is a curve. So what I would like to do is come out here and put a handle. That's going to set this curve up so that I can make it around the corner. So click and pull. You see how they're starting to match. And then I come up here, and if I pull, I can create a nice smooth angle. We can come back and fix that. It's a little sharp right there. The handle isn't quite long enough. But now I need to make a corner point because this is straight up, right? So I'm going to come back in, grab the Alt key, and pull it and place it on the line, but making sure not to put it past my next point. Click, hold the Alt key, pull out a handle, and work my way around these trees again, right? Straight on the line there because that's a corner point. Another corner point, hold the Alt key, pull a handle out. That will set you up to start making these curves on this next line here, right? So, getting close, hold the Alt key, and pull it back up. And from there, you can start working your way around. But it does need to be one continuous line from start to finish. If for some reason you disconnect from the line, like this right here, I'm no longer attached to it, you can reattach. You simply take your pen tool, get next to the line, you'll see an anchor point start up. You're going to click, right? You're on it, but you don't have the handle that comes out. If I click there, you see how it joined another piece. So what you need to do is hold that Alt key, pull a handle out, and now you are ready to go. Oops. Pull a handle out, get my right tool up. Somehow I switched. There we go. And I'm off and running. And I've made myself another line. So you can reconnect. It's not over if you stop. So this is your remote learning plan. You need to try to complete as much of this as possible, and then we'll review it in class when we come back the next day. Good luck. Have fun.